The 1980s were a decade of firsts, with cultural, technological, and social revolutions that are still present in today's society. The first include the first case of AIDS, addiction to crack cocaine, artificial heart transplant surgery, the first CD, cell phone, and laptop computer, MTV and CNN were invented, the first obsession with the Rubik's Cube, the Game Boy, and Cabbage Patch Kids. The first condom commercial was aired in San Francisco, proving the 80s was a far less conservative decade than the past. Furthermore, the culture of the 80s is iconic with music, movies, and fashion that is still idolized by the masses today. The history of HIV and AIDS in the USA began in 1981, when the New York Times reported a total of 41 homosexual men had been diagnosed with Kaposi sarcoma, the disease's original name, 8 of whom had died less than 24 months after the diagnosis was made. It was not until July 1982 that the acronym AIDS, Acquired Immune Deficiency Syndrome, was suggested. By 1989, more than 100,000 people were diagnosed with AIDS, and the number of diagnoses among women had increased, also affecting smaller cities and rural areas.
Princess Diana is an icon of fashion, grace, class, and philanthropy. In short, she is an icon of the 1980s. In this exclusive interview, she explained to us why this is one of the best periods of her life. Hi, Princess Diana. How are you feeling about your recent nuptials?
Obviously, I am overjoyed about marrying my husband and I'm very excited to begin my duties as princess. I hope we have very attractive kids in the near future.
Well, I'm sure you will. The photos from your wedding are stunning. How did your special day go? Many called it the wedding of the century.
Thank you. I loved my wedding and found it interesting that so many viewers were able to see it on TV. I think nearly 750 million people watched my wedding. The technology of this time period is truly amazing.
How did you feel about the media buzz surrounding your wedding?
I liked that so many could see my wedding as they could enjoy it, but the media frenzy was slightly overwhelming. I am grateful that it remained somewhat under control because I feel that in the future it will only worsen.
As anyone can see, Princess Diana is happy in the 80s with her current title, and many feel that this decade made her legacy what it is today. Despite its reputation for bad hair and loud clothing, just about everything in the 80s was better. From the politics, world leaders, and safety, to the music, TV shows, and cult movies.
At least 4 in 10 Americans believe that movies, TV shows, and music were better in the 80s than they are now. And nearly 2/3 of adults 18 to 34 and a whopping 88% of recent college grads who responded to the survey and didn't live through the 80s said that they wish they had been around for the tubular times.